Alright, so this is a demonstration on basically how I've been able to cut my cable, internet, and television costs down a pretty significant amount. So what you're looking at right now is my television screen with a Roku device hooked up to it. This particular device is a Roku Express. I will go through and show you the two different types of Roku devices I have. They're basically the same. One costs $30, one costs $50, and believe it or not, the one that I have that costs $30 actually performs better than the $50 model, and it's just because my $50 one's a little bit older. But the Roku Express and the Roku Stick, they're essentially just devices to make your TV a smart TV. You attach them to an HDMI port, and then you get this on-screen display, and you have all these apps that you can now add to your TV. It's very similar to the Fire Stick. People have been able to mod the Fire Sticks so that they can, download movies that are in the movie theater or stream movies that are in the movie theater and stuff like that. I wouldn't get caught up in that type of stuff. Number one, it's illegal, but the other thing is that it's not very reliable. A lot of times the quality of the movies won't be really good. Sometimes the streams aren't available, so you can't even watch the stuff anyway. So when you hear people saying, oh, just get a Fire Stick, cut off all your cable and get a Fire Stick and start streaming all these movies in the movie theater, I wouldn't do that. I would get a Fire Stick to watch Sling TV. It's the same thing as having a Roku device for the most part, but do not get it to try and steal cable. It's not going to work out for you. So anyway, there's all these apps on here. Sling TV happens to be one of them. The way it works is I went to slingtv.com. I'll show you that on how you do that, but you go on slingtv.com, you choose your package, you purchase your package, and then you'll have a login, a username and password. And when you come into this app, it's going to ask you for your username and password. You put all that information in, and then you have television. So I just want to show you right now what the experience looks like watching Sling TV, and then I'll go into details about how you actually pick the different packages and all that other stuff. So click away. It takes a little time to load up, but once it loads up, you're good to go. So, that wasn't fast forward. I didn't speed that up. It probably took about 15 seconds for it to load. What we have on here on the first tab is basically like a dashboard of stuff that I have interest in watching. So it's called My TV. There's the channels that I typically watch: Fox Sports 1, BN Sports, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, CNN, which is fake news, ESPN. And that's it for right now. I haven't added much of anything else. You go to the other tab, it shows you what's on TV right now on all of the channels. There is one downfall that, sometimes because these are images that are pulled from their database, sometimes they take a while to load up, so you don't always get to see it, but you can still read like what's going on television. But any of these are channels that, any of these are shows that are on a particular channel right now. The other way you could do it is through the guide. You go into the guide, and up here are all of your channels. And I have the orange and blue package. I'll explain what that is later on, but that gives me pretty much all of the channels that Sling TV offers, aside from the extras. So Fox 29, if I click on that right now, we can see Fox 29 live. Channel takes probably about 5 seconds to load up.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Hot topics. Remember we talked about this, girl.
It's in HD 1080p.
For carrying a gun in the airport. How do you know you don't have a
Crystal
gun?
clear.
What the gangster is going on?
There's really no freezing or anything like that. All of this does depend on your bandwidth, but for the most part, I have not had any issues with Sling TV whatsoever. So I can push the up arrow on my remote, and I can still go through the guide and pick other stuff. Like if I want to switch to NBC 10, you can still see Fox in the background. So I click on NBC 10, And there we go. Switch into NBC 10.
Here this Friday through Sunday. Great deals like towels for $5. Kids mesh shorts.
Pause is not allowed on the local channels for whatever reason, but you can record them with the DVR. Let's see. There's Fox Sports, NBC Sports, NFL Network. You got Red Zone stuff on here, Golf Channel. I do have the sports package added for an additional, well, it's supposed to be $10, but because I have the orange and blue package, they give me the sports package at a discounted rate for $5. So total I pay $45 instead of paying $50. And that gives me, some of the, college network channels and stuff like that. Like I can watch, I think, like Big Ten and all that other stuff. The main reason I got the sports package is because I wanted to watch BN Sports because I'm into watching Barcelona. There's BN Sports Espanol, AMC, FX, TNT, all that stuff like that. See if I can give you an example of a channel that you can like pause. I think USA might let me do it. Let's see. Nope, can't do it on USA. A good indicator of a channel that you can pause is one that you can go back in time for, like this one. You can see here that you can go back and see what has played earlier that day. So I know here that I can pause this channel for sure. Hit pause, there we go. Again, any of these channels though with the DVR feature, you can just record them. You can record ahead of time. If you know something's coming on, you can push the record button, and what'll happen is they'll end up being on your My TV screen under recordings. Like here's Back to the Future. I recorded that weeks ago. And watch. I can't remember how much space you get in the DVR. I want to say it's like 100 hours of recording or something like that. And you keep the recordings as long as you want to. What else? Also with, any of the channels that are in the guide, there's also on-demand content that you can pull into for each one of those channels. So like if something showed earlier on AMC and they happen to put it in their on-demand database, you literally can come down to the bottom where it says available now. You click that and just you can watch that too as well. There's a sports filter basically that shows you nothing but sports that's on. And then movies allows you, is like an on-demand section that allows you to download and stream new movies that are on DVD or anything that you could probably find on like Netflix or Amazon Prime and stuff like that. These, some are free, some of them are not free. Some of them are going to cost you around $3.99, $4 to watch them, especially some of the newer premium movies. There's a search feature in here, so there's a particular event that you're looking for and you can't find it in the guide or whatever, just come into the search and you can search for it there. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I will show you how you can watch Sling TV on your computer as well as on your mobile device too. All of this content is available on your phone. It is available if you happen to have like a laptop or a computer or something like that, and you're on vacation and you still want to be able to watch television. You can do the same from any of those devices. So here are the two Roku devices that I have. The left one is the Roku streaming stick. The right one is the Roku Express. This is a first generation Roku streaming stick. The new ones, the second generations, are black now, and they're much faster than this purple one here. The demonstration that I did on the television was from the Roku Express, and the reason why I did that is because this Express moves a lot faster than the streaming stick through the through like the menu and stuff. There are other devices out there. There's the Roku 3, there's the 4 that like stream in in HD 4K, and I'm not sure if they have like a DVR feature on there. I know they have Ethernet, so you can plug them straight into your router and stuff like that. But these seem to do the trick. They both have wireless end cards in them, so as long as your router supports that, your wireless router, you'll get the speed that you need in order to be able to stream. You'll notice a difference on the remotes here. One of them has a Sling TV button on there, and that's because Roku Express, like I said, is just a newer device. The older one had, I think it was like Google Play and Radio, which I believe went out of business. So, basically in the Express, they updated the remote too as well to match new services that are out there. That's pretty much it for the devices. So one of the first things you want to do when you're looking to save some money on your internet with Comcast is you want to go ahead and purchase your own modem. Most people lease their modem from Comcast. I believe that's about $10 a month it costs to lease that modem. So there's some easy savings right there if you buy your modem. I want to say I spent about 50 or 60 bucks on this modem, and obviously it paid for itself within 5 or 6 months. But that's the easiest way to start to save some money with Comcast, is to just purchase one of these guys. I posted a link on Facebook. I'll post one on YouTube as well to some modems that are supported by Comcast to save some money. So Sling TV offers a couple packages. We'll take a look at those in a second. One thing to note is if you want to see how well Sling TV works for you, the good thing about it is you can try a 7-day free trial of it, and it's literally like there's no like hidden fees or any fine print or anything like that. You just sign up with an email address, try it for 7 days. You can even try it on your computer. If you don't have one of those Roku devices that I showed you earlier, you could just log in on your computer, download the app, and start streaming it today. If you don't like it, sign right back in, hit cancel. They'll ask you why you're canceling, but just answer the question and then just go about your day. But onto the packages. There are 3 different packages right now that you can get from Sling TV. Well, really 2. There's the orange and the blue package, and then you can get them both together to give you the full channel lineup. I used to think that there was some type of rhyme or reason for why one would go with the orange channel or the blue channel, like if one was more geared towards sports or something like that. But the more and more I look at it, I think it's just all over the place, and I think they do a good job of forcing you into buying both packages together. But for some people, the orange package might cater towards them. Take a look at it and see. I mean, it's got all of the ESPNs on there, or most of the ESPNs, I should say. CNN, TNT's on there, HGTV, Food Networks. Some of that stuff, like the History Channel, might be appealing to a particular type of person. And then on the blue channels, this is where you're going to get your local channels. So Fox, NBC, what else is on here? They have Fox Sports 1 and 2 for those who are like into soccer and racing and stuff like that. One thing to note, they do not have CBS. That's just something that is not available on Sling TV right now. You'll see that the Comcast Sports Network thing is lit up here, but I don't believe that's available today. That's something that's coming, I think, in the next 30 to 60 days. So if Comcast Sports Network is a deal breaker for you, you might want to wait a few more weeks before you switch over to Sling TV. NBC Sports, for those of you who are like big on basketball, hockey, and stuff, that's a good one, and also TNT as well. I have, like I said, both the orange and blue package. Save $5 by doing that, because you can see that the orange is $20, the blue is $25. But if you go with both, you get it for $40. And I have all of these channels plus you go down here to extras, I also have sports extras. So I have ESPN News, NBA TV, BN Sports, and all that stuff. Now I'm not paying the $10 extra. They actually give you this at a discounted cost of $5, as long as you have the orange and blue package. But for those of you who've asked me about things like HBO, and what else was it? Like, well, I guess the premium channels, like HBO Stars and all that stuff like that. You can see they're down here. HBO's $15, Stars $9, Showtime $10. This is strange here. I see ABC is listed under Broadcast Extra, but I do not pay an additional $5 and I get ABC. I'm wondering how I get that now. I'm not sure. But we'll take a look at that in a second. But yeah, there's tons of extras. For those of you who are interested in any other channels within a particular like region or nationality, there's Spanish, Mexico. I believe that there is also Hindi, Chinese. There's a ton of channel lineups in here. So it's definitely much more diverse than Comcast or DirecTV or any of those other networks are. So like I said, there's a Sling TV app for iOS, and there's also one for Android too as well. There may even be other ones, I'm not exactly sure, but basically just click the icon. You'll have to log in for the first time. That's something I already did, but takes a few seconds to load up, and you're presented with the My TV screen again, and I can go directly into channels that I like Fox Sports 1. And right now,
Your money.
skipping channel on.
You order it well done too.
I got a medium well, but slight pink. I don't want the cool blue. I don't do that.
Tonight it'll be a blowout. Tonight it'll be a blowout. Tonight it'll be a blowout.
And you can go to the guide as well. Jeez, I can't see on this thing. There we go. Guide. This is what's coming on next. It's basically the timeline for Fox Sports. Or you can go through the channel lineup. NBC Sports. It's Dan Patrick's on right now. Go ahead and watch.
A flannel shirt on with some natty light and a high five in our arsenal. I'm in.
Yeah. Mike, give me somebody jeans and a sweatshirt.
So here's a look at the Sling TV app for Mac OS. Again, they have a Sling TV app on for PC as well too. So just like with the Roku devices in your phone, you're going to see that there's a My TV and On Now, Guide, Sports, Movies, Search, all the same stuff. Go back to Fox Sports 1 again.
Mileage with Synergy. Exxon and Mobil. Energy lives here.
The boys of summer are back.
This place has come alive.
And it's a doubleheader on FS1.
Where's this one gonna land?
The Nationals take on the Mets.
And the bat flip tells you all you need to know.
And the Cardinals battle the Brewers.
You got quick access to your channel lineup right down at the bottom.
At 4 and 7 Eastern on FS.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Hart.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yes.
So it's the same stuff regardless of what device you're on.
Thank you.
Go ahead and give everybody in the audience.
So that's pretty much how I went about saving money on internet, television, phone. You can pretty much do the same thing. Just obviously it's gonna vary depending on your situation and what channels you're willing to give up. One other thing I wanted to mention real quick is that the devices that I showed you, the Roku Stick and the Roku Express, they are wireless devices. So not only is it important that you get a decent amount of bandwidth from your internet provider, but you also want to make sure that the wireless connection between your Roku devices and your wireless router, which is going to be inside your house, is optimal. And this picture right here kind of just shows, you know, poor positioning of routers within houses and how that can sort of degrade your signal. If your router is not placed in the appropriate place in your house to where all of your Roku devices can talk to it in an optimal fashion, then you're probably going to get poor performance from Sling TV as well. So you just want to make sure that you have your router placed in the right position. If anything, you know, if your house is too big, you can get multiple routers and, you know, connect the access point from one to another and do all types of like bridging and stuff like that. But if you have more questions about how to do that, you can reach out to me privately. Well, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.